One. Hello, KC and KD parents. Happy Friday. We are going to make our second video with questions and answers, and some of it is from the survey that we sent about our online learning, as well as some office hour questions.
So one of the questions we have gotten is some people are having a problem. It's too much work. Some people are saying it's not enough. So we really want you to choose and pick what works for you and what you have time for. The things we would really like you to concentrate on are number 3 in our German week is morning work. There will always be 2 options. One is just a coloring option, and one will be a sentence writing or a worksheet, something like that, to strengthen the German. And then the other things are under number 4, enrichment. That will be where you find your main German work for the week, your math, and anything else like that. So if you're really limited in time, or you just don't have the energy that day, or for whatever reason, just focus on that morning work and enrichment and pick those topics there.
Some people have expressed that their children are losing interest in some of the work, and I hope it's not as extreme as this picture, like the attitude or the ripping of papers or books. But this is normal, and we think that the honeymoon phase is over. We started this in March. It was kind of exciting that we were doing these Zooms and they were doing links and looking at things online, and now it's just kind of repetitive, and some of the students are feeling done. It's also the end of the year. It's the end of May, meaning there's only 4 weeks of school left. And if Frau Brown and I were in the classroom right now, we would be experiencing the same things. Kids get frustrated at the end of the year. They get extremely cranky because change is coming. Kindergarten's coming to an end, and there's a new academic year coming up. So when we are in the classroom at this time and 50% of the kids are not paying attention, guess what we do? We stop. We let them play, we take a break because the learning is not happening. So just keep in mind what Frau Brown said about numbers 3 and 4, the morning work and the enrichment. Pick your battles. If your child is giving you a hard time, stop. Encourage them to play, use Play-Doh, build something, do anything that is fun. This is kindergarten, and kindergarten is about practice. And your child not doing some work for the next 4 weeks will not negatively affect their college admission when they turn 18. So take a deep breath and it's going to be okay.
So for German, we did have some comments about not having enough German support. And I was really trying to make sure that everybody was engaged and included in there. But it is something that I've been thinking about anyway. So I'm really trying to incorporate more German into our Zooms. The letter instruction and math instruction were always in German anyway, but I've added some German movement, some games, some dancing and stuff like that. So they may not even know they're learning German, but they're still getting German. And if you haven't seen it yet, on Thursday morning, the 10 o'clock Zoom is German immersion, meaning I will only address the kids in German and I will only speak in German. That doesn't mean that if your child is not a native speaker that they can't come. We have had students come, and even if they're not able to completely express themselves in German, they're hearing it, they're participating, and like I said, we play a lot of games and do some dancing. So anybody is welcome to come to the Thursday morning Zoom and get that German exposure. If you think that might be too much, or your child will not participate, or it's just going to be overwhelming, you can also come to the later Thursday Zoom. But I did want to offer that opportunity to everybody. And remember, you can also do German support at home. Videos are in German, and use those German resources if you're looking for more German support.
Zooms. Some people have expressed that they really enjoy the Zooms. That's certainly the highlight of the week for Frau Brown and myself. And in total, we're doing about 6 hours of Zooms. Our 4 lessons on Monday and Tuesday, and then the ones that happen on Thursday. So it's a lot. and Zooms are exhausting, and the behavior management and making sure kids are unmuted. It's definitely a lot. So the first Zoom is on Monday or Tuesday, which is the lesson. Then you can join on Thursday, which is optional. Then on Wednesdays up until the end of the year, there's a special Zoom, maybe with Mrs. Gullins or Miss Shayna doing some fun activity. And then Miss Nancy, our aide, is going to offer a Wednesday and Friday Zoom during English weeks. So your child could have 4 options to Zoom at a week, which is very nice. And we hope that that helps. We're also noticing that people are signing up for the Zooms less. So for Frau Brown and I to offer more at this point, it doesn't really make sense. So please utilize the Wednesday specials and Miss Nancy's time. For the Wednesday one, make sure your child is muted. Usually, I think the last one, there was 39 families on. So when those 39 families are muted, then those specials teachers can really show all the kindergartners, the chickens, the lizards, or whatever fun activity they're doing.
So I know some people, some people were having trouble with the lessons maybe not being long enough and just having an activity for your child to do for a while. So what we're trying to do now is, rather than have 3 separate things, like for instance, our morning message, trying to incorporate the story and everything together so that the videos are a little bit longer rather than having several videos. Another question I had is, some people were having maybe trouble printing some of our German worksheets and things like that. So we kind of wanted to show you how that works. So the first one is the slideshow. This goes in every German week in the extras folder. It has every page that's available for that letter of the week, and also the worksheet solution. So if you're doing the worksheet and you want to check, those will be in here as well. If you're looking for more work to do at home, you can print this entire slideshow. If you look at the upper left, there's the print icon. And if you go up there, you should get, it's taking a minute because sometimes that happens, the print menu. And you can choose one page to print, or you can print out the entire slideshow and kind of work on it over the week. And if you're finding it's coming out really small, you can go here under the page or the scale and choose fit to paper. These pages are all designed to be 8.5 by 11, which is normal paper size, but sometimes your printer will do something strange with it. So just go to that scale, and up under pages, you can choose all, or you can choose an individual worksheet to print up there. That is your choice. The other thing we do is post some Google Docs that will usually be a single page. And same thing, if you get this page, you just see the one sheet. There's a thing that says open with at the top, but don't worry about that. You can just go over to the print logo on the right, and same thing, you should be able to print. This one doesn't have the scale available, but again, this is letter size, the document, so it should print out. Check your individual printer. They may have slightly different settings. So just check to see that it's filling up the whole page, and then you can just print that out. And if you continue to have troubles, let us know and we'll see if we can troubleshoot, but those options should work for everybody.
Another item in the survey was that it's too much screen time, and we 100% agree. So sometimes we try to enter a PDF, kind of like Frau Brown just showed you all those German sheets. The same in English, we usually have some math worksheets or some phonics. And one of our favorite websites is Teachers Pay Teachers. Now, we have a lot of items from here that we've purchased, but because of copyright, we're not supposed to be sharing them. So a suggestion for you all is put in what you're looking for. Maybe you're looking for phonics. Come into kindergarten. You can even click first grade because that's where we're going next. And then I'd like to scroll down because I like free stuff. So for price, click free. And there's always fun freebies, and this stuff, oh, let's put phonics in again. All this stuff is made by teachers. So here we have Bossy R. You can look at the bottom for previews. And for here, the child has to take the blend of these words and then figure out how it's spelled. Shark, S-H-A-R-K. Dirt, bird. You can download and print it out. Here are 3 worksheets for you. You can do the same for math, reading, and click free, so then you can find the items that you need. That could help. Also, in the progress update that we sent, we always recommend super teacher worksheets. There's a very extensive math section, and in that progress update, I list what our kinder goals are: adding from 1 to 20, subtracting 1 through 20, knowing the numbers to 100, seeing numbers out of order and being able to shout them out, geometry, 2D shapes, 3D shapes. So here in red are the areas that I recommend for super teacher worksheets because the site is a bit overwhelming. So for reading comprehension, I recommend first grade. So you scroll down and click. Here's a rhyming game. You can click it and take a look and see. And then you can read the passage and then answer some questions. If reading in first grade is too difficult, I recommend early literacy. There's alphabet, building sentences. If you keep on going, sorry, up here, there's phonics, consonant sounds, vowel sounds, word families, and blends. There's so many worksheets on this site, so we definitely recommend you taking a look here for sure and focus on these red ones. A final thing that someone said is that there's too many links to queue up, whether it be a YouTube video or a Loom video. And that's something that we're still working on. We don't know yet how to put them all into one playlist for you. And that's something that we're gonna have to explore over the summer and for next year. So thank you for bearing with us. As Frau Brown said, we're trying to make our morning Looms longer so you don't have to click and go back and forth. So thank you for your patience with that.
And remember, sometimes the videos are instruction. They're replacing us being in front of our classroom. And that's the only way that we have to teach something. Some of them will require writing with a piece of paper and pencil or something like that, especially if you're not able to print stuff. So please also take a look at the videos to see, like our handwriting with Miss Nancy and a lot of our German is stuff that we are instructing the children on the computer. So keep that in mind as well.
Good point. Thank you for your questions. If you didn't take the survey, please do. We want to hear more feedback. And have a great weekend.
Have a good long weekend. We miss you guys. Bye.
Bye, everyone.